Calaroga Shark Media.
Hello and welcome to Palace Intrigue. I am your host, Mark Francis. You know, we never really get to talk much about Meghan Markle in this podcast, so let's see what she's up to. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have come under fire from a PR expert who claims the couple's shift towards solo projects is a result of their star power not being as successful as they hoped. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex appear to have adopted a new business strategy in recent weeks, with Prince Harry embarking on solo tours in New York, London and Southern Africa to promote his causes, while Meghan has been attending events linked to her own projects. PR specialist Mark Borkowski weighed in on the reason for their business separation, telling Best magazine, "There has been a separation of their work for a while. Harry is going back to basics with a formula that worked well for him as a royal family member, but there's also the realization that the couple's star power wasn't as successful as they hoped. They had to change the narrative." Despite this critique, other experts have praised the move. Doug Elridge, a celebrity branding expert and founder of Achilles PR, compared the strategy to splitting aces at the poker table. He told Fox News, "Together you'd think they're unbeatable, but sometimes it's better to play two separate hands with an ace as an anchor." As the couple shifts focus towards individual ventures, experts continue to debate whether this new strategy will bolster their overall brand. Meghan Markle has found herself in hot water again after discussing bullying during a recent appearance, just weeks after similar allegations were made against her. The Duchess of Sussex visited a youth organization in Santa Barbara earlier this month, where she spoke to teenage girls at Girls Incorporated about being one of the most bullied people in the world. The visit was part of the launch of a new digital wellness program, Social Media U, aimed at addressing the challenges of growing up in the digital age. However, much of the attention turned to Meghan's comments on bullying. Her remarks came shortly after the latest Duchess Difficult controversy, in which former staff members accused her of bullying during her time as a royal. Royal author Christopher Anderson weighed in, warning that Meghan risks being labelled a hypocrite with her recent statements. Speaking to Fox News, he said, "If Meghan feels unfairly targeted, she probably has every right to. But is it wise for someone who has been described as a workplace bully, whether it's true or not, to complain that she is a victim of bullying? It may come off as just more egocentric whining." Anderson added that while there is nothing wrong with Meghan showing empathy for young girls dealing with online bullying, she should resist the temptation to make it all about her. Following the backlash, sources clarified to the New York Post that Meghan talked about her experience with online bullying, but never claimed she was the most bullied person in the world. They're still talking about Meghan's red dress and how it could be signs of a comeback. An insider tells OK Magazine, "Before she met Harry, she would always wear eye-catching outfits like that on the red carpet and would love the attention they would bring. She has admitted herself that once she became a royal, she really had to tone down her wardrobe and make more conservative choices, as well as claiming she wasn't allowed to wear a lot of color. Since leaving, she has slowly been getting more daring with her choices, and this appearance proved that she is finally free of her royal era and doesn't want to be associated with that part of her life anymore. Both she and Harry are pursuing their own career goals, and Meghan has decided that when she's doing solo events, she's going to be the star of the show. She has a lot of exciting projects coming up, including the launch of a new Netflix cooking show, and this is just the start of her fun and sexy new look. Her time in the royal family made her sad and anxious, and she felt that she lost part of herself during that time and is only just getting it back, our source said. And she doesn't care what people think. She spent so long worrying about whether she was wearing the right outfit and if it was appropriate, and now she just wants to be herself. Meghan has no plans to even go back to being a royal, and this dress shows that she's distancing herself from them and everything she used to be. More Palace in just a moment. Royal expert Duncan Larcombe points out to the Daily Beast that despite health concerns, King Charles hasn't had any Joe Biden moments, and there's no reason to doubt Charles' team's assumption he can handle the Australia trip. Larcombe said, "Wrapping everything up in mystery creates a vacuum that can all too easily get filled with conspiracy theories, as we saw with Kate earlier this year. If a wobbly moment did happen, then the tour could backfire spectacularly. It is, of course, a risk that applies to this general diary, but that is exactly why, when it comes to domestic engagements, nothing is being announced until the last minute. You can't do that on a foreign tour. My personal opinion is that having said he has cancer, they have made a rod for their own back by not telling us exactly what kind of cancer he has and how serious it is. Anti-monarchy protesters are preparing to make their voices heard as Charles and Camilla head to Australia for the royal tour. Graham Smith, leader of the UK's largest Republican group, Republic, has arrived in Australia ahead of the visit, planning a symbolic protest when the royals visit the federal parliament in Canberra and Sydney. Smith emphasised that his goal isn't to push Australia towards becoming a republic, but to highlight growing Republican sentiment in the UK. The message is simple. Charles does not speak for us. He does not represent us. He should go home. The protests coincide with the King and Queen's arrival in Australia, followed by Charles' first attendance at the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Samoa as the new head of the Commonwealth. As the royal couple undertakes a busy schedule of engagements, it seems opposition voices, led by Republic, are determined to follow closely behind. The Prince and Princess of Wales are committed to keeping life as normal as possible for their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, including on Halloween. Just like kids around the world, they'll be out trick-or-treating on October 31st. Last Halloween, their former neighbour, Jay Rutland, husband of Tamara Ecclestone, revealed that Kate Middleton took the children trick-or-treating around Kensington. Kate knocked on our door in London with their kids on Halloween. Trick-or-treating, very friendly and down-to-earth, Jay shared at the time. Photographs of the family's outing were posted by Hello magazine. This wasn't Kate's first Halloween outing with the children. In 2019, she was spotted shopping for costumes with George and Charlotte at a Sainsbury's in Kings Lynn, near their Norfolk home, Emna Hall. Fellow shopper Kathy Whitaker recalled the moment to the Mirror, saying she was with Charlotte and George looking at Halloween outfits, but her bodyguard was telling people not to take pictures. A Palace insider also shared that Prince William loves the sense of normalcy that Kate brings to their family life. Those children look pretty happy with life. A lot of it is the stabilizing normality Kate brings, and that's how she grew up. William absolutely loves it, the insider said. With Halloween fast approaching, it seems the royal children are in for another fun-filled, down-to-earth holiday celebration. Buckingham Palace quickly corrected an error after a job listing for a housekeeper at Windsor Castle reportedly advertised a salary below the minimum wage. The royal household's website had posted an advertisement for the housekeeping role, offering a salary of £22,000 per year. However, this would have meant paying the successful candidate just £10.57 an hour, 87p below the national minimum wage of $11.44. The job listing, which has since been removed, outlined that the successful applicant would be responsible for the interior upkeep of Windsor Castle and would work 40 hours per week, with occasional travel to other royal residences. Once the error was flagged, the palace corrected the listing, adjusting the salary to £24,000, $188. A source told the Mail the salary originally listed was an error, which since has been amended. The job also came with 25 days of annual leave, increasing to 30 days plus additional bank holidays. Other benefits included a non-contributory 15% pension plan, parental pay and leave and volunteering days, as well as benefits to support physical and mental well-being. The advert reportedly read, "You'll upkeep, clean and care for a wide range of interiors and items, ensuring they're presented to their very best." And there you have it. If you'd like to email us, our address is thepalaceintrigue@gmail.com. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple, or the app of your choice. And don't forget, you can get this show commercial-free, along with hundreds and hundreds of other shows from Calaroga Shark Media, including our very popular series, Ghost, leading up to Halloween. Find Ghost Scary Stories wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Mark Francis. My thanks to John McDermott. This is Palace Intrigue. Good times.